Good afternoon, Real Life Radio listeners. This is Jennifer with your Community Connection Corner here on your Catholic station, Real Life Radio 1380 and 94.9 FM. Joined today by Emiliano Canetti and Jimmy Haw, representing Habitat for Humanity at Madison and Clark County, and the Restore down there as well. How are you guys?
Doing great. How are you?
Good. So, a lot of us know about Habitat, or at least we know it exists, but can you tell us a little more, or, give us a nutshell of what really Habitat for Humanity is?
Sure. In essence, Habitat for Humanity is an ecumenical Christian housing ministry. We've been around since the mid-'70s. Since that time, our mission has been to provide simple, decent, and affordable housing to God's people in need. We're divided into two main organizations, which is Habitat International, mainly in charge of building houses, building shelter, truly, for people in need in third world countries and developing nations. And also then the independent affiliates that also service the mission independently in each service area. So we are one of the affiliates, the affiliate that services specifically Madison and Clark County. So we're in charge of servicing people in need in Madison and Clark County as far as shelter is concerned.
And that's Richmond, Berea, Winchester, basically that area, or?
Yeah, our affiliate personally, yes. Okay. It's all of Madison and Clark County. Okay. So we build, yes, in Winchester, in Richmond, in Berea, Waco, all over the place there.
Okay, yeah. Very good. And so what is your role at Habitat?
I'm the Restore manager, and so Habitat for Humanity has a resale, retail, thrift shop, mainly focus on home improvement. So we sell a lot of furniture, cabinets, housewares, building supplies. Building supplies is a huge one for us too, and we work a lot almost like a Goodwill. We're 100% donation driven, and then and we're open to the public, of course. And then all the benefits or all the net proceeds of our store goes to Habitat for Humanity for building more homes.
That's excellent. Now, Jimmy, you work with Habitat at Madison Clark as well. What's your role?
I help with marketing. So I'll work with social media. We'll do any sort of marketing campaign. We will work with Habitat in the Restore to kind of develop a strategic theme, what we're going to say, how we're going to say it, who we're going to say it to, and really just kind of find ways that we can really promote the message of both the Restore and of Habitat for Humanity of Madison and Clark County.
And that's something, aspect of Habitat that we might not think of. It's like, oh, yes, they build houses, but you got to get the word out there, too.
Sure.
So it's good that they have someone like you on board to help with that.
Right, and it's been great. We've done a lot of great things. We've really built a nice social media following. Generally, anything that happens with Habitat or the Restore, we put it out right away, and it's been great to see the people of the community kind of interact with the pages and get real excited about what's going on.
It's been awesome. Really, when we started doing social media, which was probably about a year and a half ago, 2 years, we just started getting our feet wet. I'm not a big social media guy, or wasn't at least, and I was like, well, I guess so, because we're about people and we're about interacting with people. So when I look at it that way, it's like you think of face to face, right? And the biggest challenge that any nonprofit has is really getting the word out and having folks know that, one, you're there and what you do and what the need is and what our service or services are. Anyway, so we got into the whole social media, website, Facebook, Pinterest, YouTube, and I wasn't sure where this was going to go. So Jimmy,
he's like, I really don't know what.
I really didn't. But Jimmy's been super helpful. He's really helped us focus, our message and connecting, and we've connected tremendously with people through social media. It's amazing, and it's not just. Sometimes the misconception is that it's just young people, which it's great, which is good to interact with the whole spectrum of the people in your community. But, we've interacted with all kinds of folks from all age groups and backgrounds, and people really are getting engaged through our social media.
And social media is shifting, too, because I went and talked to some high schoolers a couple of weeks ago, and I said, well, you need to put this event on Facebook. And they're like, we're not on Facebook. I'm like, okay, then Twitter and Instagram or whatever you guys do, but the people you want to talk to are on Facebook.
Correct.
So it's kind of depending on who you want to reach, which is why you guys are applicable to everyone.
Yeah.
And it's like a whole different language, so when you get into social media. It's like, well, when do you hashtag and when do you follow and when are you... What?
That's what we have, Jimmy, helping us, absolutely.
So that's awesome. So how long have you been with them again? A year and a half?
We've been going since about June.
Okay.
So that would be about 8 months, 9 months.
Yeah.
And you've really seen an uptick in interest then? And
Yeah,
followers
generally, anytime something happens, anything that's newsworthy, we'll take some pictures, we'll write an article about it, we'll just put it up, and people, like we said, they really interact with it, and it's a great way for them to just kind of see what's going on, what happened last week, what's upcoming this month, and just kind of everything going
absolutely,
on.
and also reaching new people in the community. Obviously, Habitat for Humanity is 100% community driven, right? And what does that mean? Most of our work gets done by volunteers. Our board of directors, our committees, a lot of the work most of the work at the build site, and really most of the work at our retail store, the Restore, gets done by volunteers. And what we found out is that there's a lot of people in the community that want to help and want to give back. People want to get involved and they want to get engaged, and they just haven't found the place where they fit the most.
Right.
Or they just don't know what the need is out in the community. They know there's a need, but they don't know the avenue to focus that that giving and that care and that service. So this has really helped us connect with donors, donors of funds, donors of merchandise or donations, materials for the Restore, volunteers that want to help build, volunteers that want to help in committees with Habitat, volunteers that want to help working at the Restore in a retail environment. We even have a volunteer that's helping us develop a volunteer program for the Restore. Yeah, so it's really awesome. So it's been good. Yeah.
And then, the exciting news a few months ago when your Restore went into the Richmond Mall.
Yeah.
That's pretty exciting. I was able to come down to your grand opening weekend, but since you're in Richmond, I admit I haven't been back. But I do like keeping up with your...
I did see you sometime after a grand opening, too.
Oh.
I remember you were there one time.
Okay.
So, yeah, you're due for another visit.
Well, I wanted... There was something I saw there I really wanted, and I got home. My husband was like, why didn't you get that?
I remember the table with the top that came... Oh, yeah, that was a beautiful table.
Yeah.
It was beautiful, and it was a great deal.
I should have bought it, but I didn't. But some of the stuff I did pick up that day is awesome. I need to come back down.
Yeah. So, donations have been really, really good at the Restore, and it's winter is usually a slower time for everybody because folks don't want to get out of the house and they're not doing a whole lot of rebuilding and
especially this year's been whacked out. I mean,
my goodness, this winter has been crazy. We were praying for a good winter because, last year we got ate up with bugs in the garden, and so we were like, maybe a good winter will do it. And, well, we got a good winter and then some.
Yeah.
So, but anyway, definitely the seasons are changing. Thank God the weather's getting better, except for today it's getting colder again. But anyways, a lot of folks are starting to call, and we're starting to see a lot of donation activity going up. So a lot of folks are starting to, get new couches and changing their rooms around. And that's sort of where the Restore really comes into play. The Restore, most Restores nationwide, which is over, I believe, at this point, we're over 850 Restores throughout the nation. We do free donation pickups. We do donation pickups 5 days a week. So all that folks have to do is call the Restore, or go to our website and schedule a donation pickup through our website, and which, by the way, the website is habitatmadison-clark.org, or they can also call our donation hotline, which is 859-353-5556. And what happens is a donor will call in, and we'll look at the schedule. We'll put them in the schedule for anywhere between Tuesday and Saturday for that week, or the week after, whenever they need it. And we send our folks with our truck and our donor ambassadors to pick up the donations. Also, donors get a tax-deductible receipt for their donation. Yeah.
Now, do you guys do deconstruction of cabinets too? Someone said, I want to, donate my kitchen cabinets. Now, how am I going to get them out?
Yeah, absolutely. I'm so glad you brought that up because I was just about to tell you, it's not just about, giving, right? And that's huge. It's better to give than to get, right?
Right.
But when you're donating to the Restore, you're actually helping Habitat keep hundreds of thousands of pounds from the local, waste stream. And it's kind of funny because, when you think of waste, you think of trash, and we have awesome stuff at the Restore, right? But also part of that is our deconstruction program. So what that pretty much is an in-house strip-out kind of program. So somebody is remodeling a kitchen, for example, what you were talking about, or remodeling a bathroom. What they can do is call the Restore and schedule a deconstruction, meet or what am I trying to say here? The the actual program. And what we do is, with our volunteers and some staff members as well, we can come into somebody's house and take down the cabinet so they don't have to,
right.
or their contractor doesn't have to. So there's some saving of monies there.
Yeah.
And also, a lot of times, really, what happens is the contractors, rightfully so, because they're on a time schedule, they'll just grab that and put it in the garbage, and it's perfectly usable. Fine cabinets, that we can bring to the store, keep it away from the landfill, and sell it at an affordable price for the folks in our community. We get great cabinet sets, we get great appliances, we get bathroom fixtures, from our deconstruction program. And as a matter of fact, we can go. Our deconstruction program doesn't do demolition. Some restores throughout the nation may do that, but we're not into demolition, so we don't handle as structural issues. It's just pretty much stripping out,
the cabinets and the sinks and the stuff that you can resell.
That's right. Yeah.
Basically.
Yeah.
Well, we need to take a quick break, but when we come back, we'll talk more about Habitat in Madison Clark and how we can get involved.
Awesome.
This is your Community Connection Corner here on your Catholic station, Real Life Radio 1380, 94.9 FM, WMJR, Nicholasville, Lexington.